Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook. Peter Frederiksen. Now this guy right here is a Danish national. He's a gun shop owner, and he was living in a place called Langenhoven Park, Bloemfontein, South Africa, okay? And this dude right here is the epitome of a mayo monster. He's one of the thousands upon thousands of these mayo monsters hobbling amongst the earth, knuckles dragging on the ground. Now this dude right here, Peter, right, he's a crook from Denmark. He was a wanted man in Denmark on firearms charges. What's the story behind that? I don't know. But a lot of those crooks in these European countries, they go ahead and move to South Africa because they know they can get away with more, do more, whatever. It may even be a deal with the government, They do that stuff also. So he leaves Denmark. He goes to this place, this town, Bloemfontein in South Africa. It's near Lesotho somewhere, okay? Now, we know that a white man going to South Africa, he's like a god. He can do anything that he wants pretty much, and he can definitely have his way with all the South African women. Most of them, people, please understand, is bad. Most of these women now at this time, the young women, they do not have that Winnie Mandela spirit in them. It's very, very bad out there, okay? We couldn't even imagine. So this guy, Peter, so he likes to talk to women, okay? So what he did is he would talk to women, he would befriend them, he would give them liquor, and then he would spike their champagne or their drink or whatever it was, right? And then when they would pass out, he would do what he wanted to do. Because this guy, he had set his house up like a surgical center. Okay, so he illegally obtained all this surgical equipment. He had his house laid out like that where he could, perform surgery. He had what he needed. So when these women would be out, passed out, first he would do what he wanted to do as far as his sexual fetish, whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? He would do that, and then he would do surgery on them, and he would do genital mutilation. He would remove their clitoris, and then he would bag them. Name the town that the woman is from on the bag, and put it in his freezer. So these women will wake up in severe pain, not knowing what happened, confused. And that's what he was doing, people. That was his 1-2. He claimed that he was doing research comparing European and African anatomy. He said that this is very important to society. They don't know how many women this guy did this to. So this is what this guy did. In addition to selling guns and bullets at his gun shop, this is what he was doing. Now check this out, right? While he's doing all of this, he's doing this genital mutilation at his house. He's sexually abusing these women as well. And they have reports that there were girls as young as 9 years of age. This guy even had a South African wife. Check this out. In 2010, this guy, Peter, while he was in a place called Maseru, Lesotho, okay? Because he owns 2 gun shops. He has a shop in Bloemfontein, and he also has a shop in this town called Maseru, okay? He has 2 gun shops, 2 different places. So when he's at the other shop in Maseru, he's out sitting around with his white buddies, having drinks, other businessmen, and a young girl by the name of Anna Matseliso caught his eye. He's looking at her. He wants to bust it up with her. He wants to talk to her. So he starts talking conversation with her and all that. He's talking. She's probably all smiling or whatever. And they said that these two hit it off. So just imagine these old wrinkled face, sunburned white men in their 50s. They're talking to this girl. She's 22 at the time, people. She's 22. This happens often. This is part of the culture there, people. She's 22. So she's happy. They're white. And remember again, people, in South Africa, in this area, to too many of the women there, a white man is the closest it gets to God. I'm serious. So as they're talking, they hit it off, and 2 weeks later, they get married. 2 weeks later, okay? They get married. Then he brought her back to his town in Bloemfontein, And then he gave her a job in his firearm shop. So she worked for him in his firearm shop, and she was married to him. And while she was married to him, yes, he did do genital mutilation to her as well. Then he also assaulted her and all that, but he didn't cut hers all the way off. He only cut hers halfway off. You know what I'm talking about, people. He only cut hers halfway off. Now, people, I don't know how many women this guy did this to. They're saying 21 in the freezer with names and towns and all that on it. They have no clue. They don't even know if he's responsible for a bunch of missing women in that area as well. And yes, he's also a pedo. He did things to a girl as young as 9. There's a 9-year-old girl from Lesotho, and she said that he raped her on multiple occasions while she was visiting his home, and that he cut her clitoris off as well while she was intoxicated. Now, this guy right here, he also faced 18 charges of manufacturing child porn and 1 possession of allegedly including photos of this girl. He wrote about this 9-year-old girl in his diary, and he referred to her as pedophile pig. That's what he called her, y'all. I know you may be thinking, how did a 9-year-old girl get to his house? People, unfortunately, this is a different part of the world right here. This is different, y'all. I know we got crazy stuff that goes on, and we have people with this kind of mindset, but it's different. At 9 years old, she may have already been thinking and dreaming about a white man. Remember, that's like a goal when you go up to these little girls in these parts of South Africa and Kenya, whatever, what you want to do with your life. That's, you know what I'm saying? I know you can't even imagine it. You know what I mean? I told you in a previous video, you know, in Kenya it's real bad. It's real bad, man. So at 9 years of age, she probably walked right into the house with him, you know, like she was 27. So this is how this guy was finally stopped, people. In September of 2015, his wife, Anna, right? She got tired of it, and she went and told the police that he had assaulted her. He had cut part of her clitoris off when she was drunk, and she said that there are probably other victims as well. She said he cut mine, but he didn't fully remove it. So they go into full investigation mode. On September 17th of 2015, the police, they go arrest this dude, and they find severed clitorises, all stored individually, bagged in the freezer, 21 of them. They said it may be way more, okay? They don't know what he has done in the past. Now, this wife of his, Anna, she was set to be a key state witness against this dude. She's going to be a state witness. And in October 2015, after his arrest, he's awaiting trial. Anna's going to be a state witness against him, and Anna gets shot dead outside of her house. Yeah, this guy, Peter right here, her husband, he put a hit on her. He conspired with another fellow prisoner. Remember, he's locked up. He's talking to people named Mutilated. Okay, this guy, Mutilated, he's in a wheelchair serving time on an unrelated robbery. He arranged a hit for him. Hit it, called a hitman, paid the hitman, he took his cut, and then this guy in the wheelchair in prison, he turned state witness against Peter Frederickson. So, you know, he admitted to it. So this is what happened, people. In October of 2017, a judge dropped 20 of the charges that were related to removing women's genital tissue because South Africa's National Health Act had a legal gap that didn't clearly criminalize the specific act at this time, okay? Y'all heard that. But he was found guilty on 38 charges, including child rape and conspiracy to murder. And in 2018, he was sentenced to life in prison. I believe he died about 2 years ago in prison. So listen, people, you see what he did? They were still trying to make a way for this white man. They can't put him in prison illegally for doing genital mutilation surgery in his house against a woman's will. They were trying to make a way for this dude so that he would have got away with this. You know what I mean? It's like, dummy, make something for them, but they don't want to. This is white people, y'all. People under Caucasian European hypnosis, it's a hell of a sickness to be under, people. Hell of a sickness. You know what I mean? This is another one of those situations here, but it's on the continent of Africa, South Africa to be exact, where they go right up to a white man and hand him a noose. Here you go. Here it is. Go ahead and put me in a tree or whatever you're going to do. And what's wild to me here is people who are under Caucasian European hypnosis is not wild, it's actually sickening, because you know people who are under this. We all know people who are under this spell. They have a real insane mentality, okay? Like in this situation right here, there aren't even success stories of these young black girls in South Africa or Kenya marrying these white dudes. There aren't even success stories. They're all being abused. They don't even see a white man coming to do these great things and marry them and be nice to their family and make their family rich. None of that. Nothing but abuse. They just tolerate it to where they don't think it's abuse anymore. You know what I mean? But with their insane minds, they just keep on doing it. You know what I mean? They can hear 100 stories like this. The next one is looking like, it's still a shot. This is a spiritual illness, people, and it's a worldwide thing. But we got to pay attention to these people, y'all. Pay close attention to these people who are under Caucasian European hypnosis. You may have a loved one under that spell or whatever. People who make excuses for white people. People who start saying things when race is included that just don't make sense. Like 1 + 1 ain't 2 anymore. It just don't add up. They have low access to their humanity. And they also look at other situations with other black people where we don't have access to humanity either. It's like, okay, well, that's okay. Well, you black, so that's why they did that. They may not say that, but that's what's in their mind. Watch these people, y'all. They're very dangerous. I don't care if they're your brother, sister, whatever. You know what I mean? Watch how you deal with them. You got to really deal with them like a person with rabies. I'm not saying they're not your peoples or whatever, but you never know with these people. They are very, very dangerous. People, get in the comments. Let me know what you know about this story, what you think about this. Link in the description to the masterpiece. The N-word is no secret in the service. Also, email list. Holla at that. Easy.